I guess we should start the show now, since we're, we're all late and stuff. Oh, it's too early to go to bed and too late for caffeine. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Order 42. Look at this. Look at this. We got guys in here. Thank you. Hey, appreciate you guys for being here. Because, wow. So I just got off the Council of Creators over there on the Chainsaw Reacts channel. That was fun. That was fun. I mean, I didn't get to talk as much as I usually do. You know how I how I do. You know how I do. How I be. I shouldn't talk like that. I'm way too white for that. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Ichronic was first. Did you see that? Did you see that? Ichronic was first. A presence I have not felt since last week. Yeah, I know. Man, that's a nobody quotes that one. That's a good one. I like that. But welcome, Ichronic. We got Ninjinzu up in here. We got Starfox. Everybody, come on. Everybody wish Ricky Starfox himself a happy birthday. Today is his birthday. He is 33 years old. I don't know how old he is. But happy birthday, Ricky. Happy birthday. And I'm honored that you would spend even 5 minutes on this here channel. But yeah, happy birthday. Movie Mike, Derek, Pixel Phoenix. Hey, thank you guys. 35. Well, you're still young. You're still very young. And you know, yeah. You're only as old as you feel. But yeah, I figured, we'd start off first by looking at that poll. Let's look at that poll, shall we? First up, we have Mosh Pit, Banana Cookie. Banana Cookie. Then we have Knife Party. Yeah, Knife Party. Neapolitan. And then finally, Strawberry Custard Cookie, which is Chaos. So you have your choice between Mosh Pit, Knife Party, and Chaos. And right now, Mosh Pit is winning. Strawberry Custard Cookie isn't getting a single vote. A single vote. I mean, look, I'm not here to judge. Because you guys last week, you guys picked Simulation. Maybe it's because of the way I said it. Maybe it's because everybody was intrigued by what is banana leaf? I got to tell you, I stopped vaping it the next day. I tried to give it a shot, and it's the tobacco flavor is so gross that I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I cleaned it out. I cleaned out the tank. I re-wicked. We're ready for a new one. So it's up to you guys. It's all up to you guys. All up to you. A wee babe. Starfox is a wee babe. You're barely 18. Careful. KP Senti, welcome. Good to see you. And look, if you do go over to the Game Dave channel, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I mean, over on Twitch. Just saying. In fact, let's see. Nightbot, are you working tonight? Are you working over there? Are you gonna help me out? You gonna help me? There you go. Yeah. Every week he puts on a great stream, a real fun stream. And starting in May, they're doing Minecraft May. So, hey, that's a thing. Some people like Minecraft, some people don't. I honestly am not great at it, but I love to watch it. For some reason, there's something about it. I love watching Minecraft streams. Not the crazy ones where all they're like, woo, and they're just being silly. Man, Minecraft May, where, a bunch of the community gets together and they play on the same server. It's just fun. It's fun. And yeah, I'm saying this because I see KP Senti and Pixel Phoenix here. Because I know that they're Game Dave regulars, like me. And like Star Fox, I mean, you're not in there, as much as some others, but I do see you in there quite a bit. And Bucho was in there last week. Good to see the old Bucho. And Bucho was causing issues over on the Council of Creators, getting in fights about ham salad. No, he was talking about Han Solo being the hero of The Force Awakens and Luke being the hero of Last Jedi. So it was almost like they were, in the sequel trilogy, they weren't really given the new heroes much to do. But hey, anyway, what's the tea? There's no tea. What's the tea? What? I don't have any tea today. I drank the tea over on the Council Creator stream. I finished that off. Now I just got good old liquid water. That's right, liquid water, not solid water or gaseous. You mean Bucho fighting? Oh yeah. I think I just used slang. You don't know. I guess not. I don't know what that means because look at me. I'm old. I'm an old man now. But yeah, I try to be, but since the manager left and I became the manager, I've been at work mostly now. Well, look, hey, I get it. I totally get it. And that's understandable. But we know you love us. We know you love us. By the way, this is I had to pull out an old mod because my purple one, the 510 broke. So, I'm using my old reliable tank on it's a newer mod, but man, I just don't like it as much. It is kind of neat though. This is the fire button, this whole thing. So you can just hold it. Hold it like this and just squeeze it. It's kind of cool. But anyway, I don't usually catch day because the stream is early Friday over here in the old Auckland town time zone, which usually clashes with the end of week meetings in Malarkey. But last week I totally did catch a stream. I caught it like the wind. Yes, you did. Basically means gossip or the truth. Oh no, I think Bucho was telling the truth over there. He was. But I'm just saying, like the sequel trilogy, that's why I stayed quiet during that whole thing, because I'm like, I could say things. But Phil, the guy if you were watching that stream, the guy in the top middle, Phil, yeah, Phil and I wouldn't say we got into it, but we definitely had a disagreement about the writer of Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I think that what it doesn't matter. We got into it, a few months back. But we're cool now. It's all good. It's all water under the bridge. In fact, I actually like a lot of his takes because he's a lot more positive than he comes across sometimes. He comes across sometimes as very like brash and I think he's just more no nonsense than a lot of people, which I kind of like. It's kind of refreshing. But anyway, yeah, I'm not sleeping with a guy or anything. So there you go. I caught the stream because it was a bit later than usual, and I don't mind that at all. Well, Pixel Phoenix, here's the thing. I'm a night owl. I stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. But I just know that for a while there, I was trying to really kind of fit in with April's plans and all that. Lately, she's been staying up late too. So hey, we might bump it down to 8 p.m. start. I don't know. Look, I don't know. Okay, I just don't know. How's the script writing been going? Well, Derek, it's funny you should ask that because Tuesday, Billy came over to this here house. Billy came over here and this was yesterday. All the days are running together because I've been kind of busy. Just this week. It's felt really busy. Lots to do. But Billy came over here and we spent about 5 hours going through the latest revision of Chuckleheads. And I think we're good. Like I finally think that we're in a really, really good place. We're in a really good place. And I think what Billy's going to do is he's going to finish cleaning it up, and then he's going to start sending it around. So see if we can get some financing. And again, the whole plan, at least in my opinion, I think we should try for outside financing first before we go Kickstarter, because, and not just because, I know there's still a lot of people that still haven't gotten their Blu-rays. And that's because of the process of getting them made. When you're just one guy doing it, it's very difficult and it's very time consuming, and it's very expensive. My hope is that we can try to get the movie financed so we can make the movie. Then we can open up a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever and say, hey, you want to order the Blu-ray for this movie? We're done filming, and you're going to have it in your hands next month. That's what I would like to do. I would rather have it done that way than have to try to fit in, because that's the thing. No matter how much money you have, you could always use more, because there's always things that, man, if we were able to spend the money on this, then this could be better. Or, man, if we only had an extra day of filming, that would be great. But we can't afford that, so we had to go. You know what I mean? There's always things, when it comes to movie making. So again, I would like to try to get outside financing before we even attempt to think about doing a Kickstarter again, because I know there's probably still a lot of people that are frankly upset, and it's part of the game. It's part of, and the fact that COVID happened, and then, shipping rates went through the roof, and now Billy's having to pay for that stuff out of his pocket. I mean, it's rough, man. I'm not saying that the customer has no right to be upset, but I'm saying there is a reason, and it's a very valid reason, and it's an unfortunate thing, but it just means that it's taking a lot more time than I think any of us could have guessed. So anyway, that's my whole point. But the good thing is, the script for this one is good. It's really good. Like, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this, and I'm gonna have to, really work on my acting chops if everything stays the same. So yay. Thanks for asking about that, Derek, because, man, it's been a labor of love, I'll tell you that. A labor of love. That Phil guy was going off. I mean, he's got great points. Great points. I just disagree with him on The Rise of Skywalker and Chris Terrio. Academy Award winning screenwriter Chris Terrio. I disagree with him on Chris Terrio. Anyway, I wake up at 6:30 every day, but as long as I get 4 hours of sleep, then I'm fine. So stream whatever time you want. Well, thank you, Stuff Box. I'm gonna do that. I mean, I would like to, stream when the most people can be on, that's most convenient for everybody. I have no idea. I mean, I picked 7 to 10 because that fit in with April's schedule. But now that she's been staying up later, it's really whatever time we want. I was over there on Chainsaw for a bit, but then you didn't say anything for 15 minutes. I got distracted by a Filbert stream, so I missed the last half hour or so. Hey, Bucho, no big deal, man. No big deal. And I know Filbert is streaming right now too, which I apologize, but I had it planned. This was planned. This was planned for a while, but I didn't get to watch any Filbert. So, ready to audition. Well, KP Senti, you better get those auditioning shoes ready to go. Is that even a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Anyway. Glad to hear the writing is going well. Oh, it's, like I said, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to start. And we have some ideas too. We have some ideas on maybe a way to think outside the box on how to get financing, which may mean that we shoot a few things. It could be really fun. It could be really fun, but we'll see. I get why you weren't saying much, to be clear. That's not a criticism. Just saying I ended up chatting with Filbert and missed the last half hour. I get it. I get it. I also knew you were doing this after so that I didn't feel too bad about not being there on the chainsaw thing. Hey, I mean, look, here's the thing. The Chainsaw Reacts channel, or their live stream thing, usually, to me, in my opinion, the best conversations happen in the first hour to 2 hours, right? Because when a lot of his regular guys come on, it becomes a thing, right? And it's fine. It becomes their thing, and that's what the show is, and that's what they're fans of, and all that kind of stuff. I get that, but I usually like the beginning part where the conversations change and all that kind of stuff. But hey, you got to learn how to act. You were doing fine. You were doing fine. I also didn't start the thing about the sequel. I was mostly just agreeing with that other dude, Alejandro, I think his name was. Oh, I was kidding. I know you're not causing trouble. And if you were, what business is it of mine? You do what you want. You're a free, I almost said you're a free American. You're not American. You're a free New Zealand dish. You're a free Kiwi, and you do what you want to do, because that's the law. Isn't that the law in New Zealand? Like Act 1, Law 1, do what you want to do. That's why New Zealand's awesome. That's probably, none of that's true. I'm sorry. I hope you find money for it. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's just scary because it's going to be, this is the thing that I have to keep telling myself. No matter how good I think the script is, there's going to be people that say this is trash and you have no business even coming to me. Like, you're breathing my air, get out of my way. There's going to be a lot of rejection. So I got to be used to that. A man of impeccable taste and judgment, whoever he is. I mean, hope you'll have a good time. Not going to be on for long. Ninjinzu, you do the thing, man. You do the thing. That's what we say, right? Do the thing. I've never auditioned before, so wish me luck. I just want to have more credits on my IMDb. Hey, I only have the one, I think. In fact, I've looked at it once, and then I was like, I probably should do the whole thing where you can add a picture and all that stuff. I have never done that, so I don't know. Auditioning shoes should become a thing. Yeah, they're sparkly. Like, I am the most hetero man on the planet, but I got my sparkly shoes on because, yeah, I need to make an impression. You gotta learn how to movie act. Well, that too. That too, Stafaux. Stafaux. Yeah. I have 2 short films under my belt. Well, that's cool. See, that's the thing. I think that while we're looking for financing, maybe we should try to just see what we can do. Come up with a couple of little shorts. See if we can, not shorts as in like the shorts on YouTube, or they're like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. No, I'm talking about like a short film. But try to do it as cheaply as possible, and see what we. Who's gonna be Billy's butt double? You mean Blit? Who's gonna be his Blit double? Well, the thing is, as of right now, Billy's not in the movie. He's gonna be behind the camera. Now, that may change, especially when, there's going to be crowds, people that are needed. He may be in there. He may say a word or two, but the thing is, he's much more comfortable behind the camera. That's just the truth of it. Which, you wouldn't know by watching the Game Chasers, because he's really good on camera, but he's more comfortable behind it. Just saying. I have the one also. I don't know how it managed to get added, but it did. I'm kind of curious if mine, like what mine says. Let's see. Adventures in Game Chasing. Let's see. Does this work? Hey, it works. Yeah. Oh, cast and crew. Because I don't think I'm in. Where's the cast and crew? Top cast. All cast and crew. Let's see. Let's see. Matt Victory. Cinematographer, editor, production designer, art director, makeup, second unit, art department, sound department, special. I should be listed there. Camera and electrical department. Oh, look, location department. Wood, casting, script and continuity. There we go. There we go. That's weird. There's nothing on here for sound editor. Because I should have a sound editor thing here. Does it? Let's see. If I just click on me. Oh, just location and script. Continuity. All right. Hey, this is what I'm known for, guys. You see that? That's what I'm known for. So there you go. There you go. Hey, so do you guys remember last week I was talking about doing a hike, a very long hike, a 16-mile hike. I would like to tell a story. And of course, the beginning of the stream showed a little bit of that 16-mile hike. I have a little bit of a story for you. So as I'm doing this, you know, there's 16 miles. Here, let me show you. Let me show you this. So you can see there's a picture of my hike. So 5 hours, 16 minutes, 38 seconds of active workout time, 6 hours and 38 minutes. We had to take a lot of breaks. 16 miles is a long way. Look at how many calories I burned. That's more calories burned than I usually eat in a day. But 19-minute, 47-second mile. Average heart rate, 144. Hard. Yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. But here's the thing. While we were hiking, I was looking around. That's what I do. It's what I do when I'm out with the boys, you know? I'm looking for shots. And I saw something. I was really interested. I looked down. I pull out my camera. And out of nowhere, this tree attacked me. Like it literally jumped out and attacked me right here on the top of the head. Like right in the middle. And here's the thing. My wife said she said, no, you hit that tree. And I'm like, no, it jumped out and hit me. She said, well, you were looking down at your phone. You weren't paying attention. And I said, no, it jumped out and hit me. It like bonked me on the head. Okay, I hit the tree. All right. So, and I'll be honest with you. That's not the first time that I've just walked into a tree. So what happened was that it was a curve, right? And there'd been a lot of storms in the last couple of weeks, and apparently this fell down. And instead of cutting down this entire bunch of limbs, they just cut one limb and then left the rest of it almost like in the middle of the trail, right? They cut it at like 5'8", 5'7". So it hit the top of my head, like right here. I had a big knot on my head. And I turned around and I got really angry because she's almost laughing, right? And I'm like, okay, but why cut off one limb and leave the rest? Why cut it off so low? Not so low like Han Solo, but why so low that anyone could hit it. And she said, well, most people are looking where they're going. And I'm like, I mean, maybe. So I hit my head and it hurt. It hurt really bad. It hurt really bad. And it was, I could feel, I mean, look, man, 144 was the average heart rate. My heart rate was way high, especially toward the end because I was getting dehydrated. I mean, you're out in the heat, I think it was 84, 85 degrees when we finished. It was getting warm. It was a difficult hike no matter what was going on. But I hit my head and all the blood was rushing to my head. It was actually kind of scary because I was thinking, like, what if I like pass out? And so we just went. We just went. And we did it. And I'll tell you this, that last mile, actually the last 2 miles, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I really didn't know. It was really tough. It was really tough. But what's weird is I would say the last 3/4 of a mile, because I have, you ever heard of shocks? Those things that you put on and they go over the ear and they're kind of like, instead of something being in your ear, they're just kind of they're shooting audio into your ears, right? That's what I was wearing. I just turned everything off and I focused on it. I focused on the pain of my legs. I focused on on my breathing. And I tried to really kind of just, I'm like in the moment, right? And I kept thinking, this is, I don't know. I don't know if this helped at all, but I was sitting there thinking, man, you were in the hospital. You were in a lot more pain than this. This is nothing. And it was just like, I was kept talking to myself. I had to like psych myself up to get it finished because it was tough, man. I'm not going to lie. It was tough. 16 miles. And the thing is, at the end of next month, we're doing 19. And then 2 months after that, 21. And then we do the 24 in the Grand Canyon at the end of September. So we have to keep going, we have to keep moving. It's just a thing, man. We decided we're going to do it, and that's what we're doing. For our 25th wedding anniversary, we'll be hiking in the canyon. So it's a thing. It's a thing. You went on a limb. Yes. I was actually worried because okay. The number of times I've hit my head on stuff, it might explain some things. Might explain some of my personality. Might explain something. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. So it was rough. We better get a vlog for the ultimate hike. That's the plan. Yeah, because that's why there's this and also this. So, put that on top. Yeah. Because I already have some ideas for shots that I want to get in the canyon. There's actually one where what I'd like to do is have it, and I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I really want this shot. I want this shot of, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be my sister. I mean, she's pretty much my sister now. It's 25 years we've been married, but my sister-in-law and her boyfriend, right? They're going to be in front, and then my wife, and then me. What I want is the tracking, and I want it to track as we hike past. And I got the shot in mind. The problem is I have to run up, set the camera up, and then run back and get in line. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the shot. And I might be so freaking tired from what's going on. I may completely space it. I don't know. But I mean, I was actually thinking that I'd like to do a bit of a live stream if I could. I don't know if that's going to be possible though. I just don't think that's going to be possible. But anyway, that's a lot of calories. Yes, it is. How did I get that data? It's from my Apple Watch. When you're starting an exercise, you can, you hit the button or whatever, and it tracks your heart rate. It tracks, because I mean, you've input weight, height, all that age, all that kind of stuff. And it basically biometrically checks all that stuff and keeps track of it all. And then once it's done, once you hit end, it saves all of your progress on the watch and then it transmits it to the phone. So it's on your phone almost like it's just there. So if you do workouts a lot and you have Apple products, it's pretty awesome. And of course, I can bring it up over here on my computer if I want and make charts and look at, hikes over time. It gives you awards, achievements for, best this is your longest hike. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because it sucked. But yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. I mean, if you're into that stuff, I mean, mostly I keep track of it for, well, I'm on blood pressure medication. And I think that might be part of why I get so, like, my heart rate raises really way too high. And for my abilities, it's way too high toward the end of the hike. So I'm kind of like, I got to figure that out. I might have to take like half of my blood pressure medication that day. I don't know. So we're working on that. And luckily we still have 5 months to go. So we got to figure it out. But it's only going to get hotter. Because here's the thing. In Texas, during the summer, especially in July, September, August, at the end of July is when we'll do the 21. The end of July, you're topping out at like 105, 100 to 110, depending on whatever. But yeah, those are hot days. Start as early as you freaking can, and you go. We may have to pick a different place to go, because the place that we go now, they open at 8. Well, by 8 a.m., it's already probably going to be 80, 85 degrees, and only going to get warmer throughout that hike. And if we do 20 minutes a mile, 21, we did 16, that's another hour and 40 minutes minimum. Not mentioning, hey, having to go pee-pee, having to take another break because you're damn tired. Yeah, it's going to be the hottest part of the day by the time we get to the end. We got to figure something out. So we got to start as early as possible. I know for the Grand Canyon, we're supposed to be at the start. There are shuttles that take you to the start of the trail from the hotel on the north side of the canyon. I'm going to document all this, because not only for me, but I think it'll make an interesting video. But yeah, a shuttle takes you to the beginning of the trailhead, and we're supposed to be at the start of the trailhead, basically start the hike at 5 a.m. And then it's usually like 12 to 14 hours. It's going to be rough. Anyway, we can move on now. Let's see. Let me get caught up here, because, man, you guys have been cool and chatting and all that stuff. The Weeping Willow, yeah. That damn tree. Your wife really said it's that damn phone. Yeah, she was understanding, but she was also like, why were you? And I'm like, why is it that the one time throughout the whole hike that I'm really not paying attention to where I'm going, not really looking where I'm going, is the one place where there's a limb that's perfectly placed for me to hit it? Because like I said, I'm like 5'9" and a half, something like that. Of course, with my hiking boots, I'm a little taller, but it was perfect. Burnt right on the head. And I'm like, why? Somebody cut it. Somebody obviously took the time to cut that limb down. Why didn't they cut it down to 5'8"? Oh, only short people are going to be on this trail, so it's okay. What? Why? Anyway, she was like, why didn't you just go around it? I'm like, well, because in my vision, I could see a place to go. And I'm like, why did they just say, well, we'll just cut this one limb down? It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, would you do it again? Oh, we're doing it again for sure. Bone conduction headphones. Yeah, see, what's weird is the new versions of the shocks, because the Chief you know, Chief from the movie and from all the Game Chasers episodes and stuff. Chief, he's been wearing them, and I talked to him about it. I'm like, are those cool? And he goes, here, try them. And I put them on, and I'm like, holy crap, these sound amazing. And he said, yeah, they use the bone conduction, but the newer ones actually have speakers on them too. So it rounds out the sound, but you can still hear the outside world. So that's what's really cool about it. You know, because I mean, even regular AirPods or whatever, they the regular ones will, they're real easy to fall out of your ear. The ones that go inside are great, but I don't know if they'd be great when I'm all sweaty and crap. So I was like, I've just been wearing regular AirPods. But then when he showed me those, I was like, okay. April bought a set. She loved them. And then a couple of weeks ago on Woot, they had them for $129. So $50 off. So I was like, you know, that's what I did. So I got them and they're awesome. So sometimes it's good to not disassociate while doing a physical activity. Yeah. But I was also like, I mean, man, I've been through some stuff, right? But what I was doing was I was like, the music wasn't helping. The music wasn't distracting me from the pain, you know? And I'm going to tell you about the pain. It still hurts when I'm walking around right now. What, 4 days later? I'm still sore. I mean, it's totally manageable. But the next day, both of us, it was hard to walk. Because as soon as you get up, you're like, we were walking around like a bunch of old people. A bunch. 2 people were walking like 12 people. Like 12 old people. That's what April and I were walking like. That didn't make any sense, Rob. Anyway, we were walking like old people, and it sucked. And so there was a couple of things that Saturday, the hike taught us. Me, I need to really need to step up my cardio. I need to step up and then at the same time, I need to get off this blood pressure medication as quickly as I can. Because I think my blood pressure, I've lost enough weight now that I think I can get off of it. Number 3, because of all the Crohn's and all that stuff, I've got to figure out this dehydration thing because that sucks. So yeah, I think, yeah. So that's my plan for the next few months. I'm going to just get going. I love how how your vlog basically has a storyboard. Does it? You have one of those cool things. Epic mindset? I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, you're being very kind, KP Cindy, but I don't know. I don't know. Apple Watch needs a tool to warn you of moving trees. Movie Mike? That's the next update. Hey, tree ahead, idiot. It was totally my fault. Okay? I shouldn't have been looking at my phone. You shouldn't be distracted. I mean, here's the thing. I have what is in the medical community, they call it jankles. Janky ankles, right? Unfortunately, what that's done is it's made me get the high top, the higher top hiking boot, right? Which basically is kind of like giving me immunity to the problems that I used to have. Because I would just be walking and I would just fall down, right? The problem is I get more distracted because I'm not having to look down at every, oh my gosh, there's a twig sticking up. If I step on that, my ankle might turn, you know what I mean? I don't have to worry about that much anymore. I mean, I still turn my ankle from time to time, but it's nowhere near how bad it was. Like it would take me out. It'd be like, I'm done. I can't hike anymore. There was one, we had just gotten there. We were 10 minutes into this hike. We had planned it, and this was probably a year and a half ago. I was so upset because we had driven all this way to get out to this place, and about 10 minutes in, I turned my ankle, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't walk. I mean, I can barely put weight on, and it's just because my ankles are crap. So hydrate and sunblock. I don't do sunblock, but I have a sun protective shirts, and I have a hood, and I have a sun hat that I wear, and long pants. I have to basically, my doctors have told me I have to be sun phobic. And I'm like, well, this is not good for a plan to go hiking. But I mean, I also get regularly checked at a dermatologist because of the possibility of me getting skin cancer from my Crohn's medication. So yeah, I have Crohn's too. Man, you just don't let that crap stop you. You know, you just keep going. Get a sweet farmer's tan? Yeah, nothing. I mean, I get a little bit of sun, but not much. I'm just kidding. No, no TOS on this to your channel. Okay. I can't reach that high, so that's why it wasn't cut. Oh, it was you, Ricky? You lazy. I'm just kidding. I got to look into those newer ones. I've been eyeing them for a year. They're very, very cool. And like I said, I found it was the Shocks Open Run 2. I think it's what they're called. Yeah, that's what was $50 off on Woot. And I was like, geez. What am I doing for conditioning? Well, nothing. And that's the problem. I need to do more. But for before I got through all my sick crap, I was doing MMA stuff. I was doing this UFC Fit thing that was just a video thing, and I was doing it at home, which is how I lost all that weight, which put me in the hospital and almost died. But it's good conditioning, and it's good for cardio, and it's what I like about it is that it's 90% plyometrics. And there's something about that that really appeals to me because I'm not a big weights kind of guy. I don't care about I'm gonna do and just be all. I don't care about that. I just want to be in shape, and I want to be, you know, nimble. You know, like if somebody says, "Hey, you want to," and I just, I snatch their wallet right out of their face. Rob, that doesn't make any sense. I think I need more caffeine, guys. You have shots already planned in your head for a vlog. Oh, basically a storyboard. Well, it's just that there are shots that I know that I would like. I don't really need to draw them because I don't need anybody else to do it. It's me. But I have this shot set up for a trail. And it could be done on any trail, really. But yeah. It's just, it's fun. I like to film stuff. I mean, that's why and you can't see it in the edit at the beginning of the stream, but I had it. So I started it like this, right? And I hit record, right? So it's looking straight ahead and it's focused straight ahead. So long focus, right? And then I did this and I walked like this. So you get as I'm turning, it's doing this. And so the trees look like they're kind of moving. You're moving through the trees. And then I went like this, right? So you're walking down the trail. And then as I'm filming, I did this and put it right next to the ground. So you're like hovering right over the ground. And that's one of the things I love about this thing is that you can put the camera in some really cool situations and really cool moves that you just don't really get with so. And then with this gives you, you can do, like I did like a crane shot with my wife. She's sitting there and I'm walking up and doing this. And of course it's tracking her. So it looks like it's floating down to her. It's a really cool shot. And I want to do that stuff, man. That's what I like. I like that stuff. That's why I go to the gym every other day. Hey, every other day is more times than me. But like, I could barely move yesterday. And I mean, seriously, Sunday, no, like basically sat and tried to watch things, get caught up on things. Monday, not much better. Tuesday, I had a lot of stuff to do. And then today, I had a lot of stuff to do. So it's kind of like I didn't really have any time. But it's supposed to rain this weekend, which means probably not going to hike. So I really need to start this stuff. I got to link some YouTube videos in the Discord later related to the hiking. You do that. You do that. I don't know why that was so combative. But anyway, holy crap, we're almost an hour in and we haven't done anything except wish Starfox a happy birthday. So there you go. And look, 60%. Neapolitan Knife Party is winning right now. Just saying. If you haven't voted and you don't vote, then you missed out. So you should vote if you haven't already. So why don't we show off a couple of things? Vinny, you know what? I'm going to save this for Vinny later because he asked a question about it. And if he comes in later, I'll show it to him. But I also know that Phil Holland, right? He comes into the chat from time to time. He's in the UK. The problem is he was unable to make it tonight, but he had a question about this. This is the recent Second Sight Blair Witch Project, right? Their amazing release. And he was asking whether or not I thought it was worth it. I mean, me personally, yes, it's worth it. I mean, those special features alone, are great. But the restoration that they did on this movie is fantastic. It just looks so good. It looks so much better than I've ever seen the movie, except for maybe, seeing it even then, even in the theater, because I saw an early screening of the Blair Witch Project before the movie came out. And I actually just talked about it over on Chainsaw, where somebody threw up because of the motion sickness or whatever. Somebody threw up and the whole theater smelled like freaking enchiladas. It was gross. But anyway, it may look better than it did in the theater. It looks so good. But I mean, look, the new audio commentaries, directors and producers commentary, a new documentary, and then not to mention what you get on the inside, this cool little, there's art cards. Let me put this here so I don't lose it. This is, if you watch the movie, this is sitting there, right? So it's kind of a reproduction of her notebook, of Heather's notebook, which is cool. And then you get this really nice hardback book with, let's see, a bunch of different things. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of different things. Looks back at the making of the movie, the marketing of the movie, all kinds of really cool stuff. Their little essays. Second Sight is great with that. And then, of course, the movie itself, which this is the, I don't know if you remember this, but when they released the movie, unfortunately, it's supposed to be in stereo. And what they did is they took the mono version and then doubled it. So it was mono, but it's coming out of two speakers. That's not correct. So they sent out a replacement disc, and this is the replacement disc. The regular one is over there. But anyway, and then the special features in a very, very nicely presented. I mean, it's just Second Sight as far as special editions. They're my favorite. They're absolutely the best. There's no one better. I mean, Criterion really focuses on the presentation of the movie, but Second Sight does the same along with all this extra stuff if you want it. And one of the things that I really love about Second Sight as well is if you just want the standard edition, you're just like, I don't care about all that paper shit. I just want the disc. I just want what the special features. That's what I'm interested in. So the movie and the special features. Well, you can get the standard edition, which is basically a standard Amaray with just the discs. So that's and that's on day one. You can buy the standard on day one. But I had to, man. Blair Witch Project is a really special film for me because it's one of the first movies I went and saw with my wife. This was before we were married. And it was also, I was there at the beginning. And I was at Blockbuster when people were coming in and arguing with me, saying that it was, oh, this is absolutely real. I saw this thing. It was a news thing. And I'm like, yeah, it was a marketing thing on the internet. I was arguing with people. But yeah, so for me, this is absolutely worth it. But you have to love this movie to do that, to buy something like this, If you're not a huge mega fan of the movie, just buy the standard edition. And I've done that too, depending on the situation. And then that crazy drive set that I have. But I also have one more over here, and it's a movie I haven't seen. It was kind of a blind buy, and I'm like, why am I buying this? Why am I spending all this money on that? But I did. So there you go. There you go. But then I did have a couple of movies come in as well. Excuse me. The hype for Blair Spencer. Hi, welcome. And by the way, just a big shout out to the channel members. I didn't say this, but YouTube is giving me a bonus based on what the hell was that sound? YouTube is giving me a bonus based on the basically for every membership, I get a little something extra just this month. So, and I think it actually ends in a couple of days. I didn't want to focus on that, and that's part of the reason why it was insane that like Rufus was given like so many freaking gift memberships. I'm like, holy crap, dude. But, it's a cool thing. And just on Monday, we had our little, our first watch along, and that was really fun. So, if you're interested, you still have a couple of days, it's almost like if, kind of supporting the channel, but then there's an extra bonus in it for me, kind of thing. So if you're interested, you can, but I just appreciate you being here. Okay. And it's how it's always been. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and stuff and things. But Spencer, yes, the hype for Blair Witch was insane. I was there, and the other kids around me believed they found film of real life witches and demons. Everyone thought it was real footage. Man, I miss pre-internet days. You're not wrong. I mean, that was early internet. That was really early internet, and the way that it was presented was so well done. Because I was watching all of it. I was looking through the website and going, "Wait a minute, this isn't real." She's got a freaking IMDb page. Nobody knew what IMDb was back then. I'm like, she's got an IMDb page, and it's the same name. So she's just playing herself. And there's a, cast and crew. This is a movie, but this is superb. Absolutely superb marketing. Like, holy crap, what a great idea. And then, of course, it started a trend that we're still dealing with today, really. So how can you not know that? It's in the really real world. They ain't coming back. They ain't no coming back. The devil stood. Anyway, it's funny that you say that because I just did my short for The Crow coming up this weekend. I think on Sunday is when that's going up. But it's just funny because I was just thinking about that. And there was a little clip of him what's his name? Tintin? Yes. Anyway, great movie. So this first, I only got 2 things this week, and these are things that they were on sale, and I was kind of like, okay. This first movie, we've talked about how I've kind of stepped away from the Indian films because of a number of reasons. They're hard to find. They don't make very many at all, if at all, Indian films available on a 4K disc or Blu-ray or anything, right? So they're hard. Some of those are hard to find. This one in particular was one that came out last year, got a lot of buzz, and I had a lot of people recommend this to me, and I was like, I do want to see it. I haven't found a good place to find it or whatever. And like I said, I found it on sale. It is the movie Kill. So yeah, I just got this. I haven't watched it yet. It'll go on the stack. Here's what's funny though. Look at that. I mean, I opened it a little bit, but look at how janky that 4K Ultra HD looks. It looks like almost like a I don't know, like it's not the regular case. Like it's a cheaper knockoff case. But anyway, I figured we'd open it up and just see what's in here and see what it's like. You know, see what it's like. See what it's like. Gosh, even the plastic doesn't tear easy. There we go. Oh, I hate it when they do that. When they glue it to the edge. So if it tears right, you just have this piece and you might miss it. Holy crap, there's a lot more to it than I thought. Okay, anyway, I hate it when they do that. Because then you have this glue residue on that. First world problems, I guess. Okay, and the disc is just loose in there. Good. Good. That's exactly how I want it. Digital code, set that off to the side. So, actually, really good looking discs. So this was put out by Lionsgate. There are the two discs, the 4K on the right, Blu-ray on the left. Very nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. Hopefully it's good, you know? Hopefully it's good. I've heard good things. I hope it's good. Speaking of good things, by the way, I'm going to see Sinners tomorrow. And the last time I checked, the Rotten Tomatoes score. Now I know. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't want to listen to critics. Critics suck or whatever," right? I get that. I understand. But it's very rare to see something above 90, 95 coming out, you know, in the theater. Sinners is sitting at 99% the last time I checked. 99%. That means there was one person that didn't like it. And all the rest of them, a lot of times you'll see, you know, 75 or whatever, and then you read some of the reviews and they have a lot of, you know, a lot of bad things to say. A lot of these reviews are glowing, like saying this is absolutely one of the best films from however long. And I'm like, wow, I'm really looking forward to this movie. And unfortunately, there were no 70 millimeter screenings in Dallas Fort Worth. So I just went to my local theater, which is kind of a bummer because I wanted to see it as big as I could. But even the IMAX, I was like, man, I don't want to drive all the way to Dallas. It's driving to Dallas on like anytime after 2 o'clock. It just sucks. Actually, it just sucks all the time. Driving to Dallas sucks. So I just was like, I'm just going to watch it at my local theater. But I really think it's cool. In fact, in the Discord, I'm pretty sure I put the video of Ryan Coogler, the director, talking about all the different formats, you know, the movie that can be seen in. You know, of course, 70 millimeter, IMAX, Dolby Cinema, any large format screenings like Cinemark XD, stuff like that. They're available in all those. And he's basically saying, go see it as big as you can because we made it. If you want to see the full thing, go to an IMAX 70 or go to 70 millimeter. And I'm like, oh, I've never seen a movie in 70 millimeter. Never. I mean, if I can go see the movie that I most want to see in 70 millimeter is Lawrence of Arabia. If I could see that movie in 70 millimeter, I would do it. But there's only like one or two capable theaters in Dallas Fort Worth, and they rarely show movies in 70 millimeter. So anyway, so yeah, you know, I think Sinners looks awesome. So I'm excited for it. Not upload until mañana. Oh, poop, it's Wednesday. Vinny, you asked a question on Discord, and I'm going to show you. Huh? Now that you're here? Huh? One person threw a tomato. But don't you live in Dallas? I live on the other side. If you look at the Metroplex, I live in Fort Worth on the other side. So it already takes like 45 minutes to get there. But then there's all the traffic. It's stressful. People drive when you get into Dallas, like you cross the Dallas County line, people start driving crazy. Right? So for me to go see Sinners in IMAX, which is not my favorite format, to be honest. I don't like that theater. It's just not a great theater. It's like I can't. I don't want to. I'd actually signed up for the 70 millimeter screening, and I was going to like, okay, the last movie I saw there was Civil War. I saw that last year in IMAX, and it was like a week and a half early. And it was like, okay, it's a week and a half early. Yeah, I want to see that. And I want to do a review on it. So I went and did that. And then the other time that I drove to Dallas, I drove like, so it's like there's Dallas, there's Fort Worth, or well, so the other side, right? I drove past Dallas and went into the other side of Dallas, right? To get to, um, I can't remember the name of the theater. Anyway, they were showing the new restoration of Seven Samurai in the theater, and I was like, I gotta see this. So I drove all the way to see it, and it was amazing. It was so good. I was so glad I did that. It looked great, and it was. What is large format? So like Cinemark has the XD screens, right? And it's basically just a larger screen. And large format can mean many things. It can mean, depending on the chain, they have a name for a larger screen, a premium format, right? Where it's a larger screen, all that kind of stuff. Some theaters actually have 70 millimeter projectors, and they can handle 70 millimeter film. And then some do IMAX, and IMAX is a large format. It's not a wider format like VistaVision. Like if you watch The Searchers, that's shot in VistaVision, and it's a very wide screen, right? So if you could imagine that being projected in front of you, it that was like a big deal. If it was something was shot in VistaVision back then, it was a big deal. Now with the IMAX, it's taller, so it's like 137 to 1. So it would be like, did you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League? Because if you watch that, it's in almost a 4:3 format, which is fine, except you're not watching it on a large format projection, You're watching it on a TV, which is 16 by 9. I don't understand why he decided that he was going to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is large format is the big formats, the IMAX screens, the 70 millimeter screens, the, like Cinemark has the XD screen, which in some cases works just as well, if not better than IMAX, because it has better sound typically. In my opinion, I would rather watch a movie in Dolby Cinema than IMAX, because Dolby Cinema has just a better sound quality, a sound system, really, really great projection, HDR and all that kind of stuff, but it's that sound. To me, IMAX, the sound isn't quite as good to me. So I would rather have sound than. But then even when I saw Civil War in IMAX, it sounded like those gunshots sounded piercing. So I don't know if they just had it cranked, but last night in Accountant 2, I saw it in Dolby Cinema, and it was great. The action scenes are, man, perfect. Perfect. But anyway. Yeah, there's in fact, let me see. Do I still have my Discord up? No. Aren't all theaters big? I mean, yes, but IMAX screens are bigger. They're usually, so I can't see myself. All right. So regular theaters, the aspect ratio is pretty much like this. It's almost the aspect ratio of this here channel. And you know what I need to do? I should do a mathematically perfect. I should be able to show this to anyone who asks, because it's that important to me. But anyway, this is a 16 by 9 screen, right? This is usually the size or the aspect ratio of screens that are in theaters. If you see the ones with black bars along the top and bottom, those movies are shot in a wider format called scope, 235 to 1, 2.35 to 1 ratio. So 2.35 units this way, 1 unit up and down, right? That is called scope. VistaVision was another film format very similar to 235. Then IMAX came out. Or well, 70 millimeter is it's just like you got 35 or 16 millimeters wide, right? It's about that big. Then 35, which is about that big, and 70, which is twice as big and twice as tall. So the film is huge, huge, which means more information, right? And it's clearer, and there's also there are benefits to using 70 and there are drawbacks to using 70 as far as focal length, but we won't get into that. And then IMAX is basically 70 millimeter, but it's like this. So when you go to an IMAX screen, it's depending on the movie, it opens up and it's wider, it's taller. It's a taller format. There are much better people that explain that a lot better. What I need to do is I need to set up what do you call them? Like different scenes where it shows that off. Let me see. General movie, and then if I go, I'm pretty certain I put this in. Well, I don't know if I did or not. Didn't I put that in the I thought I know I put that in the Discord. But basically, Ryan Coogler, the director, there's a video out there. If you do Ryan Coogler Sinners, I think he just aspect ratios. He explains all of it. And he actually shows you, here's 8 millimeter film, here's 16 millimeter film. And you can see him holding it. You can see how big the format is. But they filmed it in 70. And I'm like, oh, to see a brand new movie, not only shot on film, but shot on 70. I want to see that. But unfortunately, it's not showing in Dallas Fort Worth, which sucks. Anyway, IMAX isn't bad. It's not bad at all. I just prefer the Dolby Cinema. Like for a premium screening, I would rather pay the extra money to get the better sound in Dolby Cinema. But that's, again, it's all personal preference. Anybody you ask, any big film guy that goes to the movies all the time, they're all going to have a different opinion, right? There's going to be people that say, no, IMAX is absolutely best. There's no question. And there's going to be some people that are like, no, I'd rather go to Dolby Cinema. Or there's going to be some people that say, no, I prefer Cinemark XD. There's different sound formats at each theater too. So it gets really confusing if you're, for I guess the lay person. I don't know. It's confusing for me because I don't understand which audio format is actually best. I just know that I've seen plenty of movies in XD, I've seen plenty of movies in IMAX, and I've seen plenty in Dolby Cinema. And of the three, Dolby Cinema is my favorite. It's my preferred way because the sound, it just sounds freaking amazing. I saw Dune 2 in Dolby Cinema. It was great. It was so good. But you might say, well, Rob, maybe it's just the movie that was good. Maybe. It's possible. All I know is I prefer Dolby Cinema. I'm a sound guy more than I am a visual guy. So I'm going to see a movie next week in IMAX. Do it. You should do it. Wraith. Welcome, Wraith. Good to see you. Sadly, I'm all too used to crazy drivers and heavy traffic. Well, I mean, you got to experience just a tiny bit of that. Remember when we were in Dallas? There was just, I mean, and look, it's not, look, I know it's not New York. You live in New York. It's completely different. So, yes. But hi, Wraith. I didn't actually see you there. Welcome. Another reason I'd want to go see Quentin Tarantino's movie theater, the New Beverly, because their tagline is always on film, which is extremely rare nowadays. I am not that much of a film over digital guy. But it's also Quentin's theater. I mean, if I lived there, I'd be going there all the time. Because I know that he's programming their lineup. and he's going to be showing stuff that it's kind of like sitting. It's not quite like it, but it's like, hey, Quentin picked this, so there's got to be a reason. This has got to be good. Why? Let's go see it and find out. I mean, that would be great. I mean, now, granted, I watched Revenge, Tony Scott's Revenge with Kevin Costner and Madeline Stowe. I watched that because Quentin Tarantino he's over the years, I've just heard him bring up Revenge so many times. I finally saw it and I was like, yeah, it's okay. So, you never know. I'd kill to watch an original Panorama theater screen back in the day, and I'd probably want to watch a Western like Fistful of Dollars or True Grit. Yeah. Well, I mean, The Searchers. I'll tell you right now, if you want, there's going to be some people that are like, I don't like old John Wayne Westerns. But man, I put that 4K in, and it's jaw dropping because it looks, other than the colors, it looks like it was shot yesterday. Like, and I'm talking about the makeup style from in the 50s, the just the way that it's lit and everything. You can tell, okay, this is definitely shot on a soundstage, right? But man, when you get outside, that that disc is jaw dropping. So The Searchers 4K from Warner Archive, absolutely yes, watch it. It's amazing, and they're coming out with a new one, a new 4K disc soon. It's a Bing Crosby movie, I think. Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire. I don't remember. I just remember going, I don't know about that. I'm not big on musicals, but I kind of want to get it just to support Warner Archive because I love Warner Archive. Anyway. Vinny, you're still here. Vinny, you asked, before I get caught up on the rest of the chat, Vinny, you asked about this. You asked about the film vault, right? This is my film vault of Blade Runner. And this is a UK film vault, is made by, I can't remember the name. Anyway, does it actually say? No, it doesn't. This is what you can expect. So here's a standard 4K right next to it. That's how big it is. It's huge. Huge. Then it comes with this guy, right? Little, you can hear that. Wraparound art, right? Then you've got a metal clasp or a magnetic clasp. Oh, here's the back, which is gorgeous. Nice matte box. This is magnetic clasp. Opens up like this. Roy Batty's thing from Blade Runner, right? And then there's supposed to be, I thought there was supposed to be there is a ribbon and it's not out. So here's a ribbon that's supposed to be there to pull this out. Inside is see, this is the kind of thing where I just don't care. This is really cool because it's a piece of acrylic, laser cut, all that kind of stuff. And let's see, what can I use? You can't tell. You can't see it. I just wrapped the box. That's great. There you go. So there you go. It's a laser cut thing. It's kind of neat, but completely useless. Like, why do I need that? And then you get this, which is a little envelope. More human than human. On the inside is a bunch of crap that, I mean, it's cool. So, art cards, right? Sid Mead's artwork. Very cool. Production artwork on the back. And it just goes on and on. I mean, there's a bunch of those. And then here is a blueprint of a spinner, right? It's very cool. Don't get me wrong. It's very cool. But this is not something that I'm going to look at all the time. I'm just going to watch the movie, right? So this is part of the reason why I said, nah, I don't need very many special editions. For movies that I really love and I want to dig into everything, yeah. But for the average movie, I just can't see myself getting big special editions like this. Uh, Drop the box. But on the inside, ow, 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 did something to my leg there. That was weird. So you asked about the content on the discs. Well, these are the discs, and it comes in a little slip case, shiny, glossy, no magnet, kind of a bummer. Roy Batty. You open it up on the inside. Here's the eye. You open it up on the inside. Those are the standard discs that Warner Brothers released. Those are the exact same discs. Now, of course, these are from England because this set came out. This is a British company. But yeah, I mean, it's if you love the movie, absolutely, if you're into all of stuff like this, it's not going to be exactly the same. But if you're into stuff like this, then yeah, go for it. But honestly, for the most part, I just don't care about that stuff. I'd rather just have the movie in excellent quality and it has all the same special features. So it doesn't, I'm not fussed with it. Why is that like that? Hmm. Yeah, something's messed up about this box. But that's okay because I'm not selling it. So there you go. That's what Film Vault is like. It's cool. It's definitely cool. But it also isn't a standard box. I think the box on the inside is kind of flimsy. It's very neat. I like it. But was this worth $63 plus shipping and tax? I don't think so. And these sold out long time ago. See, I can feel that acrylic piece moving around. It's too heavy for that cheap ass cardboard they have in there, so it tore. Anyway, that's why it's back there. Because it doesn't fit on the shelf. Anyway, so Vinny, I hope you get all the information that you need for that. And of course, you've got the Blair Witch Project, this set which comes with all this stuff, with the book and all that stuff. I think that was 55. If anybody's interested, I can look it up and tell you. So, anyway. Let me get caught up here. I almost went to see Princess Mononoke in IMAX this past weekend, but my sister bailed, and I hate going to stuff like that alone. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm one of those people that I don't mind going to see movies by myself, but like I'm seeing Sinners tomorrow by myself because April looked at that trailer and she was like, nope. She does not like horror movies. She doesn't like vampire movies. She's not into it. So she's out. But that looks like a wonderful time to me. And I love Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld's great. Okay, here's something that I didn't know. And this might not mean anything to some people, but Saul Williams is in it. Saul Williams he's more of a poet than anything, but he actually released an album. I don't know. I don't even want to say the name of it because it might get me in trouble. It's awesome. And it was produced by none other than Trent Reznor. So if you can imagine a rap album or a poetic or a spoken word type album produced by Trent Reznor, it was awesome. And I've been a fan of his on and off ever since. And I didn't know he was going to be in it. So I don't know if he's doing music. I don't know if he's just an actor in the movie. I don't know. And I don't want to know. I want to be surprised tomorrow when I go see it. But I'm very excited for Saul Williams in Sinners tomorrow. Yeah, I love going to the theater. I mean, I love it. I love going to movies, period. Doesn't matter if it's with 12 people or one, me. The normal moviegoer doesn't know what any of that stuff is. They just go to movie and screen is big. Yes, I mean, absolutely true, but, at the same time, sometimes that's why people come here to learn. I'm a terrible teacher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I used to when it was cheaper and the movies were better, but I hate going more so after but I hate go more so after being stood up. I got issues, I guess. I get that too. I still want that Blade Runner film vault. Oh, I mean, it's cool. It's like a deluxe case with in the coolest thing that's extra about that is the art cards and stuff like that. But it's nothing I haven't seen before. I mean, I have a ton of Blade Runner crap, so I've seen all that stuff before. So none of it was a surprise. It was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a thing. But I don't think it was worth that much. I mean, what is it? Poltergeist and The Shining are the latest in the film vault releases that are coming out. And I think they're on pre-order for $75 a piece. I just don't know if that's worth it. And yeah, it is numbered. I mean, it's like it's a fancy box set. But when it's one movie and I don't know, man. It's the same with video games. You get a special edition, get all these random trinkets that you'll never look at it again, but you pay double the cost. I love inclusions. See, that's the thing. For a movie, like if it was Star Wars, you better believe I'd buy the big bad crazy special edition. In fact, I did. I bought wherever it is. Where is it? Where'd I put it? I have the crazy full Skywalker Saga 9 it's like 27 discs in there. 4Ks, the Blu-rays, and all the special features. Where the hell did I put it now? I had to move it so I could fit more stuff up there. But now I can't remember where I put it. What'd you do with it? I don't know where it is. But yeah, I'm look, it's like for most movies, just give me the disc. Don't need all the paperwork, don't need posters, don't need any of that extra crap. Just give me the disc. But for a movie that I really love, and then like in the case of I showed you guys that Australian edition of A Bridge Too Far, I paid $85 for that set. But I imported it from Australia, and it comes with a bunch of extra special features that isn't available on any other release in the world. And I was like, I gotta get it. So I got it. I'm an idiot, maybe, but I wanted it. So sometimes I'll pony up the dough for the extra big bad crazy special edition, but for the most part, don't need it. In fact, the next movie that I got was just that. Now, I had the DVD set of this movie that was a kind of a big deal because it was like, oh wow, they gave this movie the special edition treatment. Not only was the cover cool, but yeah, I mean, all kinds of extras that I just never expected for a movie of this kind. And that is the final countdown, where you see, it's kind of neat. The whole story of this movie is that an aircraft carrier goes back in time to before Pearl Harbor. And it's really kind of neat because it's like, if you were able to go back in time, would you be able to change that stuff? And this came with a 2-disc set, right? And this is just ads. But yeah, I mean, this was a cool set, but I wanted the 4K. Now, they came up with a 4K set that was 3 discs. It came with the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the soundtrack. It's a cool set, but I didn't need to spend the extra money for the soundtrack or the Blu-ray I just wanted it in 4K, so that's what I got. I got the 4K release of the Final Countdown, and it's got the exact same extras on it that's on this DVD. So I figured, yeah, I'm gonna open this up. Now, I think for me, the biggest claim to fame for this movie is that it's another showcase of the F-14 Tomcat, the very famous plane that's in Top Gun. Well, both of them. You know, the very, very famous plane. Well, because they go back in time, it's two F-14s against two Japanese Zeros. And it's just an interesting scene. It's kind of fun. The problem with it is that the movie's good, but it's not great. It's not a great movie. But you got Kirk Douglas and Martin Sheen. But yeah, there's the bare bones, man. It's a bare bones release. And you know what? That is just fine for this movie. So that's what I got this week. I got Kill and I got the Final Countdown. So there you go. There you go. And I just threw in the DVD because, you know, I wanted to show you the cool lenticular artwork on the DVD is kind of neat. I just think that's cool. Because it's like, oh, it's a storm. Oh, it's an aircraft carrier. Oh my God. You know, it's just kind of neat. Anyway. So there you go. Now I can get caught up. Random PSA. Stranger Things Season 1 Blu-ray set apparently is suffering from disc rot. Check yours if you have it. I do not have that. I like Stranger Things. I don't need it on disc. That's just me. That was only $63. Damn. Here, I'm just curious. Oops. Did you hear that? Boop. Boop. Let's see. Film Vault Blade Runner. Look at there. You can still get it for $65. Some of them were going way up in price. Oh, that one comes with a poster too. And then there was a steelbook version too, which I didn't actually get. I don't even remember seeing the steelbook. What extra stuff does the steelbook come with? I mean, that's neat. Oh, see that looks like it's a smaller footprint. It doesn't come with the acrylic. See, I should have gotten that. Because I just don't think that the acrylic stuff is needed. It's just kind of, I can't believe these are actually relatively good price, you know? There's the old set that comes with the briefcase looking thing. So Ricky, if you're interested, I mean, look, it's on eBay and it's not that bad. There needs to be a new format for movies and games and music. I feel discs are antiquated. Some kind of tube-shaped format. Pills! You just swallow it and then you just know the movie. TurboGrafx 16 type card. I mean, the whole promise of these larger format or larger capacity discs was like, dude, you could have the entire Beatles discography on one disc. I mean, yeah, but technically, you know, so I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Wait a minute. Or a pyramid which floats as if weightless above your TV. I mean, you're talking about some sci-fi crap there, Bucho. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Thank you for voting. We'll get to that in just a second once we get caught up. Actually, you know what we should do? We should just do it. What won? 60% of the votes was Knife Party Neapolitan. So while we're getting this set up, we'll catch up on the chat. You mean that big Saga box set you gave me? You totally handed it to me. I did not give that to you. I'm totally sure. Banana always wins. No, this is Neapolitan. Vinny. So there you go. It's a hologram or whatever. Does that make the DJ scratch sound when you touch it? No. Oh, this. No, but if you take it out, I'm sure it would. Oh, yeah. Because look, it's got the standard art, and then you've got the. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm sorry. I should have given you the full experience, and I did not, and I apologize. I feel remorse, and I'm a terrible streamer. So, because of that. So there you go. I've been wanting to watch the Final Count. I mean, it's like I said, it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. Some of the acting is a little questionable, but it's not bad. So, and Stranger Things is a Netflix exclusive, but they released. In fact, there have been, every now and then, some streaming shows will get a physical media release. Stranger Things is one of them. I'll stick with my Blade Runner VHS. Will show Zama. Welcome, by the way. You do that, sir. All right. You guys chose Knife Party. Yeah. Have I watched The White Buffalo with Charles Bronson and Will Sampson? No. In fact, I don't know if I've ever heard of that movie. I know both of those actors. Nuck. Interesting. Where did everyone buy their movies back in the day? I used to buy them at Tower Records.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Derek, welcome to the Orderlies. Or, hey, thanks for being a member. And like I said, I look, no pressure, no nothing, but I think it's through the 21st. Any new member, I get a little extra money from YouTube. YouTube is going to give me a bonus for every member up to 100. There's no way I'm going to get 100, but I get a little bonus. So thank you for that, Derek. And you know what that means? You'll be able to take part in the next watch along. Because like I said, we did a watch along on Monday and it was great. It was really fun. It was a good time. So this tastes interesting, Neapolitan. Ooh. Look at that color. Look at the color of. Come on. Focus. It's very dark. It's a very dark liquid. A little bit on that side. Come on now. There we go. Soak in. There we go. A little bit on this side. Very dark. Tower Records, FYE, or Suncoast. Well, obviously, I worked at Blockbuster for many years. Most of my stuff came from Blockbuster. But I also would have access to a lot of things that the average person did not. Meaning, I used to special order a bunch of stuff because we had the ability to order whatever we wanted. We had to purchase it within like, I don't know, there was a time period. Like if you special order something, you have to pay for it in so many days or something like that. So what I would do is I would look and buy something and I would order it through the system. And when we got it in, I would figure out how much it would cost and I would prepay my account so that as soon as it came in, they could deliver it. And as soon the next day I worked, I could just take it home. And it was awesome. I used to pre-order movies that way. Now, sometimes, it wasn't really worth it. Like a lot of times they would charge a lot more than they really should have been. But I got mini VHS that way. I got a lot of DVDs that way. In fact, because I was the only person in the store that had a DVD player when Blockbuster started bringing in DVDs, my store manager asked me to go through the special order system and order a bunch of movies that I think would rent well. So almost every movie at the beginning was ordered by yours truly. So if somebody wanted a DVD, they had to go through me. Okay, something's not right. Something is not right. I think the glass isn't on there all the way. Maybe better now. There we go. Sorry, the glass wasn't on there all the way. But yeah, most of my stuff came from Blockbuster. But I would also go to Suncoast. Gosh, Walmart. Because a lot of times Walmart was open 24 hours. So the day something would come out, games and whatnot, we would just drive up to Walmart and get it. So with it not being region free, it wouldn't do me much good, sadly. But 4K is region free. If you have a 4K player, any 4K disc will work. Period. There are no region codes. I mean, yeah, it comes with a Blu-ray, but yeah. Wait, what? My poll says banana wins 53%. What? What the hell? Oh no. Well, we did Neapolitan. Sorry. Okay, I'll give you a free one next week. Banana will win. Oh my gosh. That was weird. Why did mine say 60%? To Neapolitan. See, that's what happens when I get behind get behind in the chat. I miss things like that. Wow. That's the first time that's ever happened. You did succeed, Bucho. You did succeed wonderfully. I like how they have the standard art below. I didn't think Netflix would ever do releases. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, like HBO has released stuff. I mean, plenty of their stuff on disc. Netflix has released stuff. The Sandman, even though, I get it. Neil Gaiman and all that stuff. But they released The Sandman. They released Arcane on 4K. It's great. The 4K version of season 1 was gimped though. Suncoast, Right Stuff. I've never heard of Right Stuff. Of course, Target, Walmart, Hastings, I don't have. Circuit City. I definitely bought things from Circuit City. And Best Buy, for sure. FYE, I didn't have an FYE near me. The nearest one was, I think, in Dallas, and I just never found myself over there. So. Oh, no. What movies do you remember ordering from Blockbuster? Oh, my God. I actually ordered CDs from there, too. I ordered, in fact, my copy of the Labyrinth soundtrack. I special ordered from Blockbuster. I don't know, because you're talking about mostly VHS. Back in the DVD days, it was like what I did was I ordered, good movies, let's order Stargate, let's order Ghostbusters, stuff like that, right? But then I would order a bunch of movies so I could watch them, but I didn't have to buy them. So that's why there was a lot of movies that I never ended up buying on DVD that I ended up buying later on whatever, because I had Blockbuster. I could just go rent it, whenever I wanted. You know what I mean? So that's how I did it. But I don't remember. Barnes and Noble, Amazon, direct from manufacturer, eBay, Groove, eBay stores. eBay, Groove, eBay stores. Yes. Yeah, Barnes and Noble isn't bad, but when you find them on sale, it's pretty good, especially like the Criterion stuff. All right, let's give this a shot. Knife Party, which is the Neapolitan, which apparently you guys didn't want to win. And I chose incorrectly. So hopefully next week we can try Banana Cookie, the ones that you actually voted for. So there you go. I think somebody came in and voted at the last minute. Dang. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Okay, hold on. Which movie had the most hype and people purchasing? I can think of two that really stick out. The Matrix wasn't one of them. In fact, I can't remember, but I feel like when The Matrix came out, wait a minute. I'm trying to remember. Because I left in 2000. Matrix came out in May 99. That is right? Pretty sure. Along with The Phantom Menace. Came out around the same time. And I remember The Phantom Menace being sold, not rental price, but it was I think we were doing pre-orders on episode. Yeah, we did pre-orders on episode 1 and you got something for it. The Matrix, I don't remember. I can't remember if that was a sell through or if it was a rental price. And what I mean is, back in those days, there were multiple release windows, right? So the movie would come out in the theater, and then there would be a period before it was available on home video. After it came out on home video, there were more windows. So there was a 45 to 90 day window before it could go on sale for the general public. So in most cases, like any movie that would come out, it would be $101.99 rental priced. And then after those 45 to 90 days, depending on the movie, depending on, I'm guessing, popularity, depending, they were exit interviews when people left the movie theater. I don't know where they got this data, but they would figure out, okay, at this point, we'll release those for sell through. And then they would come down to $14.99 or $19.99 or whatever the prices were back then. I think they were $14.99 for VHS. DVDs were always around the $14.99 to $19.99 price. Brand new. Anyway, when DVDs came out, it was always day and date. So you could rent it or buy it for $19.99 or whatever. And then at a certain point, we were able to, again, another window. And I never figured out what the windows were because I wasn't always privy to when it would come through in the system, where it would basically say, hey, morning crew, because I worked the night crew most of the time, but they'd say, hey, morning crew, pull so many copies of this movie, so many copies of this movie and this movie and this movie, and here's the pricing. And so they would pull them off, wrap them up, shrink wrap them and everything, and then sell them previously viewed, right, for a price. And I never could figure out, I never really cared what that window was, but there was a time period on that. And it all depended upon, I'm almost certain that it depended upon how many times a movie would rent. So if you had, let's just say 5 copies of a movie, it wasn't a big movie, but it was a, movie. And if that thing rented 25 times, then they would keep those copies around longer because the popularity of that movie, right? But if it only rented a couple of times, you might see there, and this was kind of cool in the system. You could see this. Every individual copy of the movie had a copy number is what we called it. So it would have the store code or the barcode would be 33 that led off every store code. 33, the store number. So mine was 48034. The part number for the movie. So a unique 6-digit code followed by the part number or by the copy number. So, so that would be what, 5, 6, 7, 13, 16-digit code. That was the barcode on a Blockbuster tape. So you could go into the system and say, oh, look, copy 1 rented 7 times, but copy 2 only rented twice. Copy 3 only rented once. Copy 4 and 5 were never rented. Meaning that there were always copies on the shelf, no matter what happened, right? And typically the reason that you would see that one copy, it didn't have to be copy number 1. but one copy would rent more than others is because people would see it as we were about to put it up from the, they're like, oh, this is a new movie? Oh, okay. And they'd go ahead and rent it. And so that's how you get a lot of re-rents for a specific copy number, is because it was sitting on the shelf waiting to be put back. Or it just meant that that copy got put back up and that was the copy that somebody picked up because it was in the front, right? So typically you would see, depending on how many facings you had. So if you had more than, let's say you had 5 copies of a movie, right? Let's just say A Bridge Too Far. It was an old movie, but let's just say A Bridge Too Far came out on its release date and we had 5 copies. Usually we would do probably 3 facings. So there would be Bridge Too Far, Bridge Too Far, Bridge Too Far. So you'd have 2 copies behind this one, 2 copies behind this one, 1 copy behind that one. So then you could figure out, sometimes you could see the pattern just looking at the copy number. Oh, that one was in the front. You know what I mean? So they would figure out at some point, based on those rentals, when to put it out for previously viewed. I feel like I've completely lost my train of thought here. Oh, you were talking about which movie had the most hype and people purchasing. So basically, it has to be, Titanic was definitely a huge release. We had so many copies for rent. The problem was they were on 2 tapes. So because I think we had like 150 copies to rent, you could only, the shelves weren't thick enough to fit 2 copies on there because it's double tape. So double tape is 1 copy, double tape another copy, right? So you can't fit that on the shelf. So each copy had to be on there. So for at least a few weeks, every single copy of Titanic was represented on the new release wall. So yeah, that was a big deal. And I remember us doing pre-orders for that. So the Titanic was definitely the biggest release, bigger than Phantom Menace, bigger than The Matrix, bigger than any movie that I can think of. It was huge. I upgraded Better Off Dead from HD digital to 4K digital. Hell yeah, you did, Shozama. That's a great one. I love Better Off Dead. It's the movie that made me fall in love with John Cusack. He's great. Yep, Titanic. And it was frustrating to work that week. Because people, without even opening their eyes, would go, "Hey, you got a copy of Titanic?" And I'd go, "Look at that wall. That whole wall is Titanic. Did you open up your eyes?" We even had, and this happened from time to time, a studio would give out even more promotional material, right? Posters, standees, blah, 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 right? For Titanic, they looked like wet shoe prints, leading you from the front of the store all the way to Titanic. So it'd be like left footprint, right footprint, Titanic, left print, right print, Titanic, right? All the way, leading you to the new release wall where the copies of Titanic were. And that's why it was frustrating. "Hey, you got a copy of Titanic?" Yeah, we do. Did you turn your head? Because I can't get away from fucking Titanic. Anyway. Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park was big, but it wasn't that big. Now, I mean, the original Jurassic Park, that was 93 when that movie was released. I wasn't at Blockbuster at that point. I was there from 97 to 2000, then 2001 or 2 to like 2004, and then I was spotty for a few years. I'd go there for like just a, almost like a weekend job. Because I worked 2 jobs for a while. I worked at Sprint and worked at Blockbuster for a while. But yeah, that was definitely, bar none, the biggest movie. And I was going to say that right off the bat, but I was trying to think, was there anything bigger? I don't think there was. Was there anything that came close? Probably Disney film around that time. I'm trying to that's what I was trying to think of was pre-Titanic. Because a lot of times like if Disney had a movie that was coming out on video, they would usually they weren't rental priced. They were sell-through priced. And some of those, I remember some of them would come out and we just have stacks of them and they would not sell. They'd rent it, but they wouldn't buy it. Oof, it's almost midnight. I'm going to keep you playing on the TV on low volume. Good night, y'all. KP Senti, thank you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we're going to midnight tonight. We still haven't even gotten to the news. Can you believe that? We haven't even gotten to the news. I was looking up the actor Takashi, who plays the main samurai in Seven Samurai, and he's in a bunch of Kurosawa films. Have you seen Drunken Angel yet? I have not, but he is amazing. I remember this Titanic commercial. I'm not clicking that because I don't want to get claimed yet again. And Titanic is... Oh, that's 20th century, right? Wait, what studio was Titanic? Titanic movie studio. No, the movie Fox. Was it Fox? No, Paramount. Well, Paramount will claim me too. Paramount has been known to claim me as well. What other movie had 2 tapes? I think Scarface, 10 Commandments did. Yes, Heat. I got to get some rest for the road tomorrow. Have a great night, y'all. Stop, folks. Thank you for being here. And hey, happy birthday, man. I hope you had a happy birthday. Oh, I never went back to this. Okay. So what he's done for this is you do get vanilla, you do get chocolate, you do get strawberry, but he's put a little cooling in there to kind of simulate ice cream. I'm not a fan of that. So it almost has a medicine-y kind of flavor. Now, one of the things that I saw in the group was that people were saying, yeah, I need this to steep a little longer. So this one might need to be steeped. It's not bad though. There's a weird, it's almost like a liquor flavor. That one's going to be a weird one. We're going to have to let that mellow out a little bit and see what happens. Yes. Happy International Star Fox Appreciation Day. Yes. Yes. I like that. So let's get into some of the news. And first we'll start with some physical media news. This one was kind of a bummer, but Speed Racer co-director doesn't think the film will get a 4K release. And this is from Lily Wachowski. Okay? One of the Wachowski siblings. Sisters now. Anyway, the Speed Racer fan base is so rabid that they're constantly adding me on social media, and so I actually looked into whether or not Warner Brothers had plans to release Speed Racer in 4K. That was a few years ago, and they don't see the fan base that's out there for something like that, which is unfortunate. And Warner Brothers is also, who knows what's going on there? You got to get at the head of the company. I don't know what I have to do. I've been talking about Speed Racer coming out on 4K, that I want it on a 4K disc for years now. What the hell, Warner Brothers? And again, I love Warner Archive, but here's the thing. Warner Archive is run by a different guy. Standard Warner Brothers Media is run by a different group. So the group that's doing Warner Archive is doing fantastic work. So hopefully Lily is wrong. So there's Lana and Lily now. I don't know. I really hope that we can get. Now here's the interesting thing. Speed Racer was shot digitally. So a true 4K master is probably out of the question. Now this is something that I didn't realize, but Zodiac is also in this same group, as is I believe, Panic Room. There are a lot of movies in the early days of digital filmmaking that just don't look great when they're blown up to 4K. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, all digital. That was the first one that was all digital. And man, it looks shaky now, man. It really looks shaky. I don't know. This is just, to me, this is a bummer. This is a huge bummer for me. Huge bummer. Huge. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't make fun of the red-headed man. Anyway, yeah, so that's the bad news. The good news is, yeah, from the digital bits, Kingdom of Heaven releases on 4K May 27th. Special, big, bad special edition steelbook crazy thing. Yeah. 8 hours of bonus content, including the director's cut, the roadshow cut that is over 3 hours. Is that right? Is it over 3 hours? I can't remember. It's long, but it's great. It's so great. So I am extremely excited because, of course, this is Ridley, man. Ridley. How about the director's butt? I would smack Ridley's butt like you wouldn't believe. I would. And you know what? He'd let me. I don't know if he'd let me. He'd probably go, he'd probably call me all kinds of names that I barely understand because he does mumble a lot. But I love Ridley, man. You know this. You know this. And I still need to do my what do you call it? My Ridley Scott review-a-thon on Kingdom of Heaven and Alien and, well, all the Alien movies that he directed. There's a few that are going to take longer, and I've kind of been putting them off because I know they're going to take longer. Now, this is interesting. We talked about CinemaCon. We talked about that there was a possibility that, well, not possibility, but every now and then, CinemaCon, the studios will release some of the footage that they show at CinemaCon. A lot of times they just show a brief trailer, or they premiere a trailer at CinemaCon, so they're the absolute first people to see things, and then they'll put it on the internet later. This is something I've never seen them do before. The best of CinemaCon is coming to local theaters with a sneak peek showcase next Tuesday and Thursday. Now, if you don't remember what CinemaCon is, it is a convention for theater owners. So the studios come and they say, hey, theater owners, thank you for all the things and, for displaying our movies and our partnership. And it's partnership, right? And basically what their job at CinemaCon is to get the theater owners super excited for the upcoming slate. So the next year, here's what we have coming out. And hey, get excited because this is going to be a big movie, right? So a lot of times at CinemaCon, they show things that they never show to the public. We'll never see some of the things that they show at you'll see the whole movie, but you won't see the reels that they put together. So all of the major studios are going to be part of this. I think this is kind of cool. And if I have time, I'm going to try to go to this because I think this is really cool. The problem is, well, it depends on, I don't know, it depends. Anyway, this is what they have to say. Next week, Cinema Foundation, the non-profit arm of Cinema United, which used to be NATO, the North American Theater Owners, which, of course, you think they would want to change that name because NATO means something else completely. Anyway, will host for the first time ever a nearly 70-minute program entitled Sneak Peek Showcase at thousands of screens across North America. The evening program, that's the problem, will offer movie lovers an exciting preview of big screen studio movies, including some favorites from the Industry Insider event, CinemaCon 2025, held earlier this month by Cinema United. On Tuesday, April 22nd and Thursday, April 24th, Hollywood's biggest studios will highlight their upcoming summer and fall 2025 slates with a fun look at this year's trailers, some never-before-seen footage, and behind-the-scenes clips as part of a curated experience designed exclusively for movie-going audiences. So basically, they're taking what they showed at CinemaCon and they're tailoring it for us. The showcase will feature a wide variety of films that are PG, PG-13, and R. Proceeds will go to blah, 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 blah. It doesn't actually... This one doesn't say... Because it's being put on by Fandango and Coke. $3. Only $3. Takes place at 6 p.m. Okay, I might be able to go to that. Yeah, I might go to this just to see what they do. It'd be cool. So there you go. I just think this is neat. And yeah, I kind of want yeah. In fact, I'm bringing up my Cinemark app just to see if they actually have it on the list for Tuesday. Let's see. Sinners, Minecraft, King of Kings, The Amateur, Drop, Warfare. I still kind of want to see Warfare. Working Man, Snow White, The Chosen, The Woman in the Yard, Sneak Peek Showcase. Hell yeah. I mean, it's a very small thing, but I gotta ask the wife if she wants to go to that. Actually, give me just a second. It's kind of her bedtime. Let me see if she already went to bed. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. I'm here. I'm here. Look, she said, yeah. So, let me do this. Let me figure out. 22nd. Yeah. Okay. So, what? No, standard. Manually select tickets. I'm just going to do this. Can I do that? 2 tickets. Sorry, I'm doing this because yeah, there's already been people that have no, I'm not gonna apply my movie credit to that, you idiot. They're only $3. Why would I? No. No. Put in my zip code 531216456. Don't Don't dox yourself, Rob. All right. $6.50. Bam. Look at that. Hey, look at that. $6.50. So April said, hey, look, it's only $3. You know, if I don't end up going, go by yourself. I was like, fine. I wasn't gone that long. I was not gone that long. So anyway, I think that's kind of cool. And I'm going to check it out on Tuesday and see what happens. So there you go. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. I have a thing. Oh, yeah, Phil. Oh, I can't make it to the stream, even though. Anyway, no big deal. Blair Witch Project, Phil. But I thought this was kind of neat. And I know, SFX Leon, Special Effects Leon, he gave his 2 cents on this, but I think this is cool. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has announced the establishment of a stunt design Oscar. So starting in 2027, movies released in 2027, which means early 2028, we'll see the first stunt Oscar. So I think it's cool. So there you go. That's happening. And I got a bunch of emails, apparently. I hate it when YouTube goes, hey, you're live. Yeah, I know I'm live. Why are you emailing me telling me that I'm live? Anyway. So yeah, I think that's really cool. And yeah, I just think this is cool. Long time coming. So yeah. What past movie stunt should win an award? Well, I mean, probably that one for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. The stunt from, is it Live and Let Die? The corkscrew, James Bond. That one was awesome. I mean, if you're talking about a stunt team, the John Wick stunt team, because holy crap, they're amazing too. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of movies. There's a literal ton. Tom Cruise from all his. Oh, I guarantee you, if Tom Cruise hasn't won an Oscar, he will win an honorary Oscar, for sure. The bridge from Raiders, the chase from Raiders, the bridge. You mean the bridge from Temple? Because that's from Temple of Doom. Oh no, yeah. The bridge is from Temple of Doom. Unless you're thinking of something that I'm not thinking of. Because I think Raiders, I definitely think the chase scene where he's on the horse and then jumps on the truck. I mean, that entire sequence is jaw-droppingly good. And it's all in camera. They saw that in camera and filmed it. Die Hard 3 with the subway explosion. Yeah. I mean, dude, there's so many. Especially if you're going back like that, But I think of that James Bond, the car jump where the car flips in the air and then lands. And the problem is this amazing stunt, this stunt that's never really been done before, and it's a jaw-dropping stunt, right? And they put in the slide whistle sound effect or something like that, and it was just like, why would you do that? Yeah, the bridge from Temple, dang autocorrect. But yeah, the bridge scene is amazing. Bridge, that is an amazing scene. Let's see what's next. So I just want to bring this up. Did you guys see the finale of Daredevil? There was a Mountain Dew commercial where they did that. Oh, I don't know. I hate that stuff. But I'll just say this. I love Daredevil. No, but go ahead. Okay. I'm not going to give any spoilers. But I think Daredevil is awesome. I love the comic. I loved most of what I saw of the Netflix series, and I think they did a great job here. I think they went a little over the top in this episode. It almost felt like they were making up for something because there wasn't a whole lot of action throughout the series, and then all of a sudden there's all the action in this episode. But I still think it's a phenomenal show. And yeah, I really like it. The only thing that I mean, another thing that I will say is that it's a little disappointing that originally the first season was supposed to be like 18 episodes, and then they retooled things, right? They retooled things, and now you only got 9 episodes for the first season, and this feels like a mid-season finale. It doesn't feel like the finale because there's a lot of open-ended questions. Now, the good news is the second season, or the second half of this season, is coming next year. But it's a little disappointing that they did it that way because there's a lot up in the air right now. Hello, I'm at Celebration in Japan. Grand Master. Well, if that's that's awesome. The scheduled Mando and Grogu panel didn't happen. It's been rescheduled. Is this true? Is this true? Celebration. Let's see. Star Wars Celebration schedule. What time is it in Japan? It is 1:21 on Thursday, April 17th. I don't think it's I don't think so, Grandmaster. I think you are mistaken, and I don't know what you're doing, but that's incorrect. So, I'm going to put you in timeout because you are not telling the truth. Since it doesn't start until the 18th, I don't think you went through time. So, there you go. Anyway, let's move on. That's the first time I've ever had anything like that happen. Somebody came in here and tried to, I don't know. Maybe his English is bad and doesn't know how to properly say it. How to properly say that he's a day and a half early? Pretty sure he's trolling because that's incorrect. All of what he said was incorrect. The scheduled Mandu and Grogu panel didn't happen. It's been rescheduled. It's 1:21 p.m. here Friday. It's 1:21 Thursday because today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. He's not 36 hours ahead. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, I love Daredevil and I think it's great and I think I'm very excited. So take that. And I will also say that yeah, Star Wars Celebration starts on the 18th. And currently in Japan, it is the 17th. So there you go. But yes, Celebration. I'm excited for Star Wars Celebration. Um, Mildly. I really don't want to hear about any new projects. I want to see what the projects they're working on are. I want to see what's in production. I want to see what's being cast. I want to see that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear about any new projects because you know what happens. We hear about a project and then it gets canceled. So that's what I'm in for. That's what I'm excited for. But there has been some news, some recent news regarding Star Wars. Mikey Madison apparently was offered a role in Sean Levy's Star Wars movie that is starring Ryan Gosling, and she turned it down. So that's at least some news. So, yeah, I don't know. We don't know anything about Sean Levy's Star Wars project except Ryan Gosling's in it. We don't know when it takes place. We don't know anything. We don't know if it's a multi movie type thing. If it's a one off, we don't really know. But we do know that Mikey Madison was offered a role and she turned it down. And hey, that kind of stuff happens. So that's the only news that I think is interesting, is to hear more about Sean Levy's project, because since they're casting, they're obviously moving forward with this project, right? Now, things have fallen apart before. So how many movies have been cast and ready to go, and then on day one everything falls apart and they have to whatever. So it's almost like you can get excited about early, movies coming out, but until they're on set filming, it's kind of like it doesn't exist yet to me. At least my thing. So there you go. Let's see. Let me see. The movie is said to be a standalone project that isn't connected with the Skywalker saga, which concluded with 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. All other plot details are encased in carbonite for the foreseeable future. The untitled film would follow The Mandalorian and Grogu, the only Star Wars film to date to get a green light in more than 5 years. That film, which recently completed principal photography, is slated to debut on May 22nd, 2026. So we will most likely get maybe a look at Mandalorian and Grogu, but I don't know if we're going to get much from Mandalorian and Grogu. You know what I mean? So we're in a weird position right now with Star Wars, where it's like a lot of it, so much of it is in a holding pattern. I mean, there's talk that Kathleen Kennedy may be leaving at some point. Some people are very, very happy about that. Who knows? Who knows? Some people said that they thought that there was a chance that she could announce her retirement at Star Wars Celebration and maybe announce her successor. Doesn't seem like the place to do that at a fan-centric event. That's more of a thing that you do, like if they did it at D23, that would make sense. Something like that makes more sense to me at D23. Doesn't make sense to do it at a Star Wars fan convention. But who knows? And they've been treating the Star Wars Celebration events or the conventions more like Lucasfilm Celebration, because they've shown off stuff from, they showed off stuff from Willow and from all kinds of stuff. So who knows what we're going to get this weekend? But I can't say that I'm super pumped about it. I can't bring myself to care that much, because how many times have we been like, oh my God, they're making a Rogue Squadron movie, and then it never happens. Oh my God, they're making a new trilogy directed by Rian Johnson. No. We're getting a Taika Waititi directed movie. No, we're not. we're getting Kevin Feige's going to do it. No, we're not doing that either. Oh, the David Benioff and the Benioff and Weiss, they're doing the Game of Thrones guys. They're going to do a stuff. No. So how many times? How many times have we gone through that? I don't want to go through that anymore. I just give us the production news. That's what I want. So we'll see. Now, of course, there's the animation side. We have Tales of the Underworld coming out, which I think actually looks really good. Focusing on Asajj Ventress and Cad Bane. I think that looks really good. Not exactly the A-list, but I do love those characters. So that's coming. Games. There's supposedly some real-time strategy game that's coming out. Okay. I mean, I just can't. It's hard for me to get excited about Star Wars right now. Now, Andor, of course, starts on Tuesday. So I'm sure they're going to do some Andor stuff, which is going to be great. But I just want to see it. I just want to see Andor, and I'm ready. I'm ready to see that movie or that show. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that's I don't know. Is there anything else that you think might be there at Star Wars Celebration? Leave your comments in the comment section below. But yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'm as much of a Star Wars fan as I am. I mean, obviously, I'm a Star Wars fan. Obviously, Star Wars fan. Obviously, Star Wars fan. Right? Yoda. I got motherfucking Yoda over here. Yeah, I got motherfucking Yoda over here. Hey, Order 42 after dark. Sometimes that's the way it goes. But yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I want to be excited, but I'm also tired of being let down. So don't let me down. That's all I gotta say about that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have nothing. We did all the things. We talked about all of it. We talked about all the things. So basically now it's up to you. What do you guys want to talk about? While I take another try at this Neapolitan. I'm so sorry that I chose the wrong one. I feel bad. Grandmaster just texted me that it's a sequel to Caravan of Courage. Oh. Yeah, Grandmaster. Look, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but I don't think that kind of stuff's funny. So that's why I only gave you, what was it, a 30-minute? I don't know how much I timed you out for. Does it say? I don't know how long I timed you out for, but I don't appreciate that, and me trying to, report on something that isn't true. You want to do an AI prompt? Well, guess what? Wraith. We could probably do that. There's something almost alcoholic in this. And it actually could be. Hold on. Will this actually work? Let's see if it comes up. Will it come up? Why is this not coming up? There we go. Why did it do that? Man, that took a long time for that to happen. That was weird. So hit me. Hit me with your AI prompt. We'll do a couple of these before we head out for the night. And again, I want to thank you guys for the support. Derek, if you're still here, thank you for joining the members there. Level 1 orderly. I appreciate that so much. Seriously. Very, very cool. Do the thing. Yes. And yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. I know we're probably going to get some slots for emotes. Here are the emotes that we have right now. We have the do the thing. We have that boy's got the devil in him from Planet Terror that I love. We have the hearts 21B, the 21B hearts, and we have me looking slightly upset. What is this? What is that? Oh, that's weird. I had like an extra prompt. You just love the flying crocodile. All right. Let's see. I'm guessing photo realistic. So Patricia riding a flying saltwater crocodile, generating. So yeah, if you guys have. This is horrific. Look at her face. Look at her toes. Look at her hands. This is one of the most disturbing ones yet. Seriously, one of the most disturbing ones yet. Wow. Just wow. We're gonna save this apparently. All right. So there's that one. That's gonna be in my nightmares. Is that Rocky Dennis's? I mean, possibly. And then Wraith has one. Pure art. I don't know about that. That looks like pure terror is what that looks like. A giant ape atop the Empire State Building, holding a beautiful woman while planes surround them. Let's see. Up close, not so good. Yeah, that's horrific and awful. Generating. Here we go. Again, a giant ape atop the Empire State Building. I don't see the Empire State Building. Holding a beautiful woman while planes surround them. I mean, there are parts that look good, but why is her arm hairy? Or is that his arm that turns into her hand? I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. I don't know. His chest is bare too. I don't understand this. And I'm a little perturbed by it. Yeah, I said it. Perturbed. Any others that won't give me nightmares? I kind of want to do that one again with, I don't know if I clicked photo. Let's try it with photo. How's that? Let's try it with photo. Generating. Let's see. Okay. That one just looks like, I mean, it could almost be normal. Almost a normal, oops. I can't name it the same thing. Rob. Rob, you can't name it the same thing. Photo. Aliens visiting the White House with food. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it. That one's not really that disturbing. Actually, wait, hold on. Because this is where you really can tell. Look at the hands. I mean, the hands aren't great, but overall, not bad. Oh, look at that foot. Look at that foot down there. What is going on here? I mean, look, I know I've said that I have jankles. Those are jankles right there. Super jank on those ankles, okay? I'm not judging. I'm just saying. Girl got some janky ankles. Oh, dang it. Hold on. I have to do this. Sorry. Did I say this? Oh no, I did say this. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Aliens visiting the White House with food. I forgot about that one. All right. Pull this up. Bam. Photo. Generate. Aliens visiting the White House with food. Let's see what we get. That is the White House. Those are aliens. But it literally just looks like they're standing in front of it. And what's up with his hands? What is going on here? Why is there just a UFO of a sausage? What is that? Sausage, potatoes, and zucchini and lettuce. Kale? Peppers? Tomatoes? Not sure. But why is his head a different texture than the rest of his body? What's with that bulge? Oh my lord. They both have incredible bulges. And the texture of their heads is very disturbing. And why is his hand warping the windows of the White House? Look, man, you know, we're judging art here. We're judging art. So, yeah, we're judging art here. Saved? All right, what do we got? That looks like Kong on spring break. Is the UFO a plate of food? That is. Okay, these are the last two. So, Wraith, you have the last one here. This is Bucho's. No more flying crocodiles after this. Generate photo of a giant ape atop the Empire State Building holding a beautiful woman while flying saltwater crocodiles surround them. Kudos to you, Bucho, for that. And let's see what we get. Hot girl. I mean, not bad. Not bad. I'm trying to figure out the other crocodiles. What's wrong with their left appendage? What or is that a what is that? What is that supposed to be? Why is there a hawk that looks like it captured some sort of bird? Oh, you can't see that. Let me get rid of my fat head for a second. Bam. Why is that hawk? It looks like a hawk or something attacking another feathered bird. Other birds behind. I don't know. I don't know. What is attached to that alligator? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Again, no Empire State Building. I know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand. But here, let me turn my fat head back on. And then the last one of the night, the boogeyman coming out the closet to scare children. I wonder if this is gonna generate. Oh well, I guess it's gonna generate the boogeyman coming out the closet to scare children. Here we go. Let's see what happens. What? What is this? What is this? I mean, look. Wait, did I save that last one? I don't know if I did. Aliens visiting. No, I didn't save the last one. We have to save the last one. So, we're going to do this. We didn't save Buchos. We got to save Buchos first. Because these are going up on the Discord. That's just the way it works around here, okay? That's the way it works. All right. So then the boogeyman coming out of the closet to scare children. I don't know. I kind of feel like this one warrants another try because I don't know if see now I can't remember if I clicked. It doesn't give you the options that you chose. Was that a photo or not? The hand on the side. I know. What the hell is that? Why? It's like a disembodied fingers over there. It's very strange. Very strange. So we're doing it again. We're running it again. Let's see what happens. Again, the boogeyman coming out the closet to scare children. Okay, now that one's actually kind of... I clicked photo. I totally freaking clicked photo, okay? This one's actually kind of spooky. I don't know. Why is the boogeyman bright? It definitely looks more menacing. But I don't know. This is an odd one too. But again, it's like, can you do something scary? Spooky? Please? Oh. 2. I forgot. There's a second. So yeah, he got Sasquatch hands. Yeah, kind of. It's very, very strange. Very strange. But there you go, everybody. A little bit of AI art to brighten up your day or night because it's almost midnight here at the Order 42 studio of doom and regret. That's a terrible name for a studio. Anyway, guys, thank you. Just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you again, Derek, for that membership. I appreciate that. And very soon we'll do the next watch along thing. And we need to figure out if we're going to do it the same way. Because this time, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. But I didn't really comment much because we were mostly typing stuff. Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. So yes, Wraith. I mean, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. I mean, it's for the members. The members get the. I know. Oh, I do watch alongs on my channel all the time. Hey, it's my first time. All right, give me a break. Anyway, look. Here's the deal. Here's the plan. For the next 4 weeks, we will be doing Wednesday streams. because I will be watching Andor and then doing a review every week because I'm that excited about Andor and I think it's going to be good. I'm really hoping that it's going to be the best Star Wars since Andor season 1. And it's going to then together it'll be the best thing since Empire Strikes Back. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that season 2 does everything as well as season 1 did. That's what I'm hoping. And that's why I'm going to be doing a review, which means I have to watch it Tuesday when it comes out, which means I can't stream. So Wednesdays from now, at least for the time for the next 4 weeks, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Unless you guys want me to do it later. I'll do it later if you want. But I actually like the 7 to 10, but it's, if more people, maybe I'll do a poll on the old the channel there. Better than I'm hoping it'll be the best Star Wars ever. I mean, look. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out. I don't mind Wednesday nights. I'm a night owl anyways. I mean, I know that. But again, the reason that I did it originally is because of April. But I mean, she just went to bed. So it's not like I'd be bothering her. So, it'll be better than Caravan of Courage. I can almost guarantee that. Is that the one with Wilford Brimley? I'm pretty sure it's going to be better than that. Just saying. Better than the holiday special? Hell yeah. But again, tomorrow night we have Sinners. So expect a review around, I'm guessing around 7 p.m. Central, because my screening is at 3? I don't remember. What did I purchase? Oh my gosh. 3. And I think the movie's 2.5 hours. So I'll probably get home. Oh my gosh. That means I'll get home around 6. For some reason, okay. Gonna have to do it well. Carbonite Dreams. It's a little late, but had to get my nap in. Well, we're wrapping things up, Carbonite. But appreciate you for coming up with the movie that we watched we did the watch along. For coming up with the movie. Appreciate that. And then, of course, hey, Sinners. And then Friday, I'll be doing some filming. I'm just saying, we're going to be doing some filming. It's going to be raining all weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be doing filming on Saturday, but we'll see. Supposedly severe storms coming in. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do any filming on Saturday, but then next week, Andor. And then the stream on Wednesday. So Wednesdays from here, for at least the next few weeks. I've already said that many times. I should shut up. Hey, thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. Hopefully there'll be some great Star Wars news to wake up to the next few days. Not right now because it's only Thursday in Japan. But anyway, y'all have a great one. See y'all later.